we're back on Build Phase TV. I didn't know you were going to join in with me on that one.
We looked at each other right before we took the thing down now, and we're like, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it this time.
All right.
But I guess you didn't get my message.
So what we're going to do today is we are going to take a look at as much information as is available on the Dice Throne Kickstarter. If you scroll down here, they have these breakdown sheets for each character, and we are going to be looking at the one for Miles Morales.
Yes, and that's why we zoomed in on him there.
So as far as Spider-Mans go, is this your favorite Spider-Man?
He is, if not my favorite, my second favorite version of Spider-Man. And I mean, I don't think this is considered a Spider-Man, but the doppelganger Spider-Man looks the coolest.
Doppelganger is not Spider-Man.
I know.
That's a whole different character.
I know, but he looks like Spider-Man, and he's my coolest, makeover type
Doppelganger look. Does look very cool, that's true.
But Miles Morales is my coolest. I think he has the coolest character and also the coolest look for actual Spider-Mans.
Sure. So the first thing I want to do before we go any further, I will say Peter Parker is my Spider-Man. Just my first ever comic book that I remember reading was Amazing Spider-Man with Peter Parker. But I got no hate from Miles. I think Miles is very cool. So I got nothing negative to say about this. I just have to plant my flag with Peter. But first thing I want to observe here, notice how we have a 1 and a 3, and we have a 4 and a 5 and a 6. So we know that Spider-Man is going to get 1, 2, 3 as the thwip motion.
I don't know.
4, 5 is webs, and the 6 is the spider.
Remember,
in fact, it says thwip right there.
I'm pretty sure it was the first Spider-Man movie when he was trying to figure out how to do it. There was a little Easter egg where he said, Shazam! Shazam! I'm pretty sure he went like that.
That's not his special word.
I know, but legitimately, I've researched up on this, but yeah, they gave him a little bit of freedom for that, so he has multiple DC references in that lining.
So let's dive into his character card. He has combo. This is a positive status effect, so he'll be putting this on himself.
I'm gonna read it. Okay, perform another offensive roll phase. What? There has to be something bad about it.
If your offensive roll phase resulted in an attack, you may spend this token at the conclusion of your opponent's defensive roll phase. If spent, immediately target the same opponent with an additional offensive roll phase. Can only spend once per turn.
That's like a stun. That's like a triple stun, possibly.
So this says that you spend it at the conclusion of your opponent's defensive roll phase, but it doesn't say that you start I think the initial attack deals damage. I think this is like stun.
Yes, it is stun.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
It's like triple stun is
so
what I said.
How many things... So he can get a conditional combo there. He can get... Oh, dude, look at the name of this power. Combo.
Doesn't he have an electric webs?
Oh, okay, so I wasn't going to do this. Let's look at the statuses, then we'll look at the board.
That's what I wanted to do.
Suffice to say, this is a really, really strong status.
Yes.
We're in agreement on that?
And also, before we even read invisibility, I have a feeling, I may be wrong, it's going to be kind of, if not, into the shadows, basically, except...
Well, hopefully it's not exactly the same. Maybe this is what So what do you think Spider-Man's going to do before we go any further? Do you want to make a prediction about what type of character you think this is going to be?
I feel like he's going to be a control character.
Really?
A control character who, not exactly, somebody who, not exactly control, but I guess locks people out from doing what they want to do. So
okay.
I want to think of him as
control,
a big damage dealer with control.
With disruptive elements.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think disrupted damage.
I think his defense is going to be like Shadow Thief in that he's going to have ways to not take any damage, but if you actually hit him, he's not going to be able to reduce damage very well. That's my prediction.
And he'll deal damage.
Okay. So, webbed. The next incoming attack is undefendable. Oh, negative status effect. I should have read that part. So you put this on the other guy.
I don't want to have him.
You put this on the other player. And this token has no effect until the turn it is inflicted or transferred. Oh, that's weird. On subsequent turns, when a player afflicted with this token is attacked with normal damage, it becomes undefendable, and then the token is removed. It's a little weird to me that you don't get the benefit of it the same turn you inflict it. So
I think it's probably because some people
That makes it way more vulnerable to blue status removal cards.
I mean, but if you didn't get the good effect of it, then think of it like if you got the effect of it, then wouldn't that be undefendable attacks?
Yeah.
Like, he's got to have a card.
But, I mean, the Paladin can do that. The Paladin can get
good point. So,
accuracy or whatever their token is called and then pop at the same turn.
We have all the stuff.
No, we don't need to get him out. That seems like a weird drawback that's unnecessary to me. Invisibility. Roll defense against an undefendable attack. Oh, that's cool. When a player with this token is attacked by an undefendable attack, they can spend this to activate a defensive ability. It can't be transferred because this one's a unique one. And we've already seen he has 2 defense powers. So let's start with his defense powers. This one doesn't defend at all, and at max deals 3 damage back.
That sucks.
And you've got like a 50-50 per die to hit it. So I bet you probably averaged solid 2 on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not a big hit back.
Wait a second.
And it's not soaking anything.
Zoom in on that card right there.
Which one?
Bye-bye. They retextured bye-bye.
Yeah, all of the generic cards have new art now.
You didn't tell me that.
You can sort of see.
That.
Look at Twice as Wild. You can sort of see the edge of it there.
Yeah, I'm loving that new art. I'm digging that.
So I think we have to assume that there's going to be an upgrade of some kind for Counterpunch, where
there has to be.
It'll probably deal more damage, and maybe you also get a web somebody or.
Wait.
But even then, that doesn't feel. Even if you roll 5 dice for this effect, that doesn't feel very strong.
I bet it's gonna be web somebody
You're
with it.
getting out of the camera. People want to see your charming face.
I'm a lot smaller now, so I can get out of the camera easier because I switched from the chair I do normally use.
So, what do you think of this Counterpunch?
It sucks unless it has an upgrade. If it has an upgrade, it's probably going to be 2 damage per one, so you can get 6 damage from it.
I mean, even if it's 2 damage per thwip,
but I feel like it's
and
gonna have
you get
3
all
levels.
5 dice. I mean, if you roll all 5 dice and it's 2 damage per thwip, that's a ton of crackback damage. That's really good.
I have a feeling it's gonna have
but it probably doesn't get that
plus 1, like the level 1 counterpunch. Well, no, technically it's called level 2 counterpunch, but they're gonna have the 3. Like, the 2 cards that will level it up. So, you can get...
Because he has 2 defenses, I doubt we're going to have 2 level ups for each one of these. I bet he's only going to have 1 upgrade for each.
I thought he was only going to have 2 upgrades for that one and no upgrades for the next one.
Okay, that could be true, too. So, let's look at Spider Sense. You get to roll 2 dice. If you roll a 6, you prevent half the damage rounded up, and you can also discard an invisibility token to take an additional roll attempt. I do not think discarding an invisibility token is worth it.
Oh, I thought it said gain an invisibility token.
No, it lets you spend an invisibility token to get another attempt at rolling a d6. So there's a Dice Throne Adventure villain that has a defense very similar to this, where they roll 2 or 3 dice, and they, on a 6 they get something really good, and not on a 6 they get nothing.
Bad.
And that villain's defense doesn't annoy me at all. So I don't think that's a very good defensive power.
Yeah, let's hope that we get 1 upgrade for each.
Unless he has like a lot of card draw so that you know you're going to facilitate getting to your dice manipulation cards.
But then look, so far all I see is his mini ult and his ult that give him invisibilities.
Okay, well let's jump up here to the mini ult. So 7 undefendable and an invisibility. That feels fair.
Yes, very fair.
And we have to assume. I mean, I'm going to assume there's an upgrade for every single one of these.
Yes.
Unupgraded, this feels really strong. I like this power.
Yes, I like it too. And I bet upgraded it's going to maybe not upgrade the ability, but upgrade to a micro.
What do you think of this health dial? Because I think it looks great.
Yes, but I...
okay, sorry, I interrupted you.
My favorite one is of everything. I think that it's just going to give a micro ult and not level it up, because this is an amazing power by itself. I love this power.
I predict if he has a Venom Punch upgrade that gives him a micro ult, it's gonna give him invisibility and do like 2 undefendable damage. Or something like, or maybe even just invisibility.
Yes, well no, because doesn't the Barbarian, it might not be the Barbarian, but I know if somebody has a micro ult that it does change their undefendable damage. It changes their defendable damage to undefendable.
I think that's the
And
barbarian.
it changes it to less, but it keeps... yes, it can cost, but it changes it from 5 undefendable to 2 undefendable.
Excuse me.
I'm pretty sure, so it would make sense.
So looking at his straights here, 5 damage off a small straight feels extremely weak.
And with webbed, though.
And it does inflict a webbed, but again, you can't use the webbed the turn it's inflicted.
So you can't even do the 5 undefendable.
So you can't look at that and say that's 5 undefendable damage. That's 5 damage, and maybe on a later turn you'll get some undefendable. That doesn't feel good enough for a small straight.
I'm just gonna.
That feels kind of weak, honestly.
Agreed. I don't think that's gonna put up.
Now the large straight, on the other hand, draw 1, deal 8, inflict webbed. That feels a lot stronger.
I know, but I need to say something.
Okay.
These remind me a lot of the ninja straights. Ninja, small straight, do 5 damage, inflict a delayed poison. Ninja, large straight, do 8 damage, inflict a delayed poison.
Okay. And with the ninja, the straights aren't really her strongest attacks. Yeah. Which is okay. I mean, the straights don't have to be the strongest attack.
So this guy's just giving me those ninja vibes. Also,
which feels appropriate for Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, he's an athletic guy. And this version of Spider-Man is also extremely, stealthy. I mean, the invisibility even tells you about that. And my favorite part about the Spider-Man is I'm pretty sure he has electric webs, which I think are cool.
Does he have electric webs?
I think so.
That could be true. I haven't read that much Ultimate Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure he has electric webs.
He didn't have them in the movie.
Yeah, because the movie's when he's just becoming Spider-Man.
Okay. All right, so combat point dial, what do we think about the art?
I like all this art.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Any art by...
It's kind of boring commentary to just be like, all of this is so pretty, but... I mean, you have to be honest, and all of this is so pretty.
I just looked back because I forgot the artist's name, but
it's Manny.
Yeah, I just remember that. But yeah, all of his art, all of Manny's art is amazing.
All right, so let's look at Punch. As far as a basic attack goes, 4, 5, 6. You have to roll all 5 thwips for 6 damage. That feels very weak.
Also, I feel like that might also be giving ninja vibes, but it might be somebody else. I think it's the ninja.
I think part of the reason these damage values are so low is because of the status effect. Because of the combo status effect.
But like nothing's giving him it except for combo and spider reflexes.
Well, and we have to assume he has a card.
Yes, he has at least
play this card for 2 CP or something. Gain combo.
I'm excited to see these guys' promo cards.
Don't see one here, but... Okay, so Punch feels very weak, and I get that that's balanced against combo, but in a vacuum, this is a very weak basic attack.
Yes, of course.
Do we agree? Okay. Wall Crawler, gain an invisibility, deal 7 damage. Isn't that the same? So in order to do that over here, you're rolling your mini ult. The 3-1 is micro, right?
Yes.
Mini ult is 4. Okay,
mini,
you're rolling your mini ult
mini, micro, and ult
for undefendable. And this could potentially be undefendable, rolling 2 of your 50% and 2 of your, what are 2 faces? Is that 20%? 30%? I think that's 30%. So I like that there's parity on the 2 sides of the board. That kind of feels, it makes the character feel fleshed out and kind of balanced.
Yes, of course.
This isn't like the world's best power, though. When combined with webbed, it's pretty good.
I think it can be good. Quite good. But,
I think overall, his general damage output is a little bit on the low side.
But
and again,
combo,
that comes back to combo.
Amazing!
Yeah.
It's a triple stun.
If you have slightly
slightly
below average damage, but you get to attack twice, you're fine.
Well,
you're totally fine.
Because if we go back, it's not attack twice. It's attack your main, use the token, and if you get an attack on the token, attack again. That's 3 attacks.
Yeah, but I mean that's the same as stun.
It's a double stun.
Most of the time, it's going to be a single stun. Most of the time, you're going to attack, you're going to gain the combo, and then you're going to get one more attack, and you're not going to get another combo.
But the thing is, almost all of his board is attacks.
Can only be spent once per turn. So no, you can't stun lock.
Well, no. The thing is, you can stun lock, but... Okay, so perform another offensive roll phase, so that's already 2.
So it's like a stun that's limited to only going off once per turn.
Well, no.
Which is much more fair.
You aren't listening to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I missing?
So, it says, if you get an attack, do it again.
Yeah, but down here it says can only spend once per
You
turn.
don't need to spend it to get the extra attack. It says on the token, do it again.
Okay, you can only spend the
You
token.
aren't spending it, though.
Yes, you are.
Okay, let me tell you. Perform another roll phase. That's when you spend the token.
Spend this token at the conclusion of your opponent's defensive
And
roll phase.
immediately start another.
Yeah, so you spend the token, then you get a second attack, and even if you roll Combo Breaker again, you can't spend it again because you can only spend it once per turn.
How I'm reading this is you attack your normal, then you spend the token, and you get an attack, which allows the token's ability to basically prod again without being able to do it, making it 3.
You attack once.
Yes.
You get combo. You attack a second time.
And then you get an attack, so you get to do it again.
No.
I feel like.
No, dude. Here.
I gotta be misreading this, but that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, what it does is it gives you one extra attack phase. One extra offensive roll phase.
In that case, I'd definitely rather play
and you can
Barbarian.
only spend it once per turn. So it's the same as stun, but instead of going on the opponent, it goes on you, and it's limited.
But I also do want to say something. I'd rather play the Barbarian in that case, but only because I have stupid luck with my 6s. That's stupid.
Okay, so we haven't gotten through the board because we got a little bit wrapped around an axle there. This spider reflexes. So that's kind of a hodgepodge roll. It's almost like you would get this if you were going for Wall Crawler and missed.
Can I just say something?
Uh-huh.
This is almost exactly like the ninja board. That would be Death Blossom. That would be a Smoke Bomb. This is all just a layout of the ninja board.
Well, again, like you pointed out before, this character is going to be doing a lot of things like the ninja, so that makes a lot of sense.
And it's almost the exact same as the ninja board.
Let me finish reading this power, though, okay?
Sure, I guess.
So you roll 2 dice and deal damage equal to the total roll value, and if it's bad, if you roll 5 or less, you get a combo and get a go again. So this power right here sums up how I feel about this entire character board. Low damage, but you're rewarded for accepting low damage by being able to attack multiple times.
That is a great power.
And I like that it kind of saves you. You're in a position where it can save you from a missed Wall Crawler, or potentially even a missed combo.
Or if you or like just doing 1 damage, instead you get a combo, so you actually get to do something.
So the ultimate, you get invisibility, inflict webbed, and deal 13 undefendable damage. I feel like 13 undefendable damage is pretty respectable.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, that feels good. And these tokens are mostly good, even though webbed is kind of like a worse version of, I think it's crit, or maybe it's accuracy, whatever the one the paladin has. And combo, as we just pointed out, is kind of a worse version of stun.
Yeah, agreed. He's kind of like a mini barbarian.
Costs 1 CP to inflict a webbed with web shooters. That feels fair. Sure.
You can't use CP on nice try, but discard invisibility to prevent 3 damage.
I don't like that so many of his powers want you to discard an invisibility. I guess against character boards. So invisibility against characters that don't have a lot of undefendable attacks is kind of useless.
Yes.
So giving us things to discard invisibility for, if you're in a matchup against somebody with very little, like the Moon Elf doesn't have much undefendable damage, right? Or am I remembering
I'm
wrong?
pretty sure they have like a lot
hypothetical
of
character
undefendable damage, but it's hard to roll for their like 3 attacks that do undefendable damage.
Either way, it means that this unique status effect isn't dead in matchups where you're not spending it to defend.
Dodge.
To get extra defends, you can use it for something else. Overall, how do you feel about Spider-Man?
Not as good as I wanted him to be, but man, I actually did we go over combo?
Yeah, that's one of the 2 that gives you a combo. Other than the ult.
But
Low damage, but you get
yes.
another attack right away. Now the drawback is going to be
he's just a better ninja. And I love my ninja, so I'm not giving away that compliment lightly.
I'm not sure if he's going to end up being a better. I want to see how often I can roll the combo and how good it actually is in practice, because I have a
I just
feeling.
wanted my hands on this copy already. Can we just like print out this like trashy paper version or something?
We're probably not going to proxy this off. I have a feeling that there is a world in which combo doesn't go off often enough and Spider-Man ends up just feeling kind of weak. I think that's possible.
Yes.
But we'll see. All right. Final thoughts? Keep rolling sixes?
No. I think it's a good character overall, but it's not the best. I think it could use some improvement. I feel like another big thing about it is it just depends on who's playing it and what their play style is. Because this is so much like the ninja, and people who don't want to play like a slow but can do low damage but can do it multiple times to make it big damage, like kind of characters where it only has a chance to do big damage, then this just ain't the character for you. But I still feel like it's a good character for certain people, which I'm going to enjoy this character a lot. I didn't mispronounce a few words there.
If you're into the sneaky, do a lot of things per turn, like if you're the kind of character who likes to do one thing and have that one thing do big damage, this isn't the guy for you.
This is the Barbarian.
But that's okay.
Probably Captain Marvel later.
My guess is Captain Marvel and
Yes,
Thor is
I
probably
think-
for that person.
I'm still so sad that they didn't get Captain America, but I feel like the characters that they did pick are amazing.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it as well. All right, so we're going to wrap things up. Thanks for joining us for this review of the upcoming Marvel Dice Throne
And happy late Halloween.
characters. If you haven't supported the Kickstarter yet, it's still open until the middle of November,
And we
I think.
actually get a metal Thor hammer, in case you didn't know. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait.
We'll talk about that when we talk about Thor. What are you doing? All right,
I'm saying the good part of this Kickstarter.
go win some games.